Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by today for another wonderful tutorial. I welcome all my new subscribers, my old subscribers. I welcome you all and I appreciate everyone. If this is your first time of stopping by on this channel, please do subscribe and hit the notification bell above so you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. I try my best to upload videos every week, and if you have any requests, you're welcome to ask me anything that you want me to do. I'll be happy to do it. So in today's tutorial, we'll be making a side peplum dress with some appliques on it. So this is the pattern that I'm going to be using. I created this pattern already and I will upload the video as well. So you can watch that to see how to create the pattern. I create the pattern to be a dress and it can also be for the top. So in order to use it to make this particular dress, you need to make some modifications. So you're gonna get your pattern paper. Once you watch that video, create your pattern. You get that pattern and then you will be tracing all the way to the waistline. So you'll be cutting out this pattern on another pattern paper all the way to the waistline, which I have done here. These are the ones that I cut out. As you can see, it's up to the waistline, and I also added half an inch as seam allowance because we will be joining this to the lower part. Also, I did not make the skirt portion of this dress. I made something similar in another video and I will post the link so you can watch that. Okay, so this is mainly for making the top of this dress. And so after I've cut out my pattern, I went ahead and cut out my on the fabric. I am using a velvet fabric, as you can see here. So after cutting it out, you begin to join your center front um, side to the side front. So you just pin them all around, and you will be sewing from bottom to top. Okay, and I did the same for the back pieces. This is the back, the center back. It has two. In the middle will be our zipper. So this is how the center back looks like. So we will join the side pieces as well. And I also cut out the lining. So I cut out for the front and also for the back. So this is the lining for the back. You're gonna cut two pieces as well. Okay, so now I've gone ahead and joined, and I also applied a wadding on the front of the dress so that they can have a prominent bust area. You don't have to use wadding if you don't want to, it's totally optional. And if you want me to make a video on how to apply the wadding, please comment down below and I'll be happy to do that. All right, so I've also joined my linings, and now I am going to place it on my front, the front bodice, so that we can now join it and use it to turn the top. Okay, so just watch how I'm going to do it. So you're gonna sew around the neck area and also the armhole area down to the sides. So you're only going to leave open the bottom where we'll be joining to the skirt. Okay, so you go ahead and you're going to pin all around. So you continue to pin it all around. Make sure everything is lined properly. the seams all lined up properly, and then you pin them down. Okay, so after you pin it, you do the same for the sides and the armhole area, and then you're going to do the same for the back. Align the backs properly with the lining, right side facing right side. Like that, you're going to sew the neck area, the armhole area, and also the sides and the zipper area, sew that down as well. Then you leave open the bottom to turn it out. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and pin it down. All right, so this is the top, the front piece. After I have attached the lining, and I went ahead and turned it out and give it a good press. And this is what it is looking like, as you can see. And this is the back piece. I did the same thing. After you've attached the lining and turn it out, you give it a good press as well. All right. So now I'm going to create the peplum. So now this is a side peplum on both sides. Okay, but I'm using the full waist measurement to get the peplum. All right. So you will be dividing your waist measurement by 6.28, and then you decide how long you want your peplum to be. So for me, I am working with um, 10 inches in length for my peplum. And now my waist divided by 6.28 gave me 5 inches. So you have to make sure you have enough. So in my case, I would need to make sure I have like 15 inches. All right. So now I'm marking out the 5 inches, which is the radius of my waist. Remember, is you divide your waist measurement by 6.28, and then you get um your radius. So after that, you're going to go ahead and mark the length of your peplum all around, just like I'm doing here. So you go ahead and mark it all around, very easy, nothing to it. So now I'm going to cut this out. Okay, so this is the peplum after I've cut it out, and this is what it looks like. And now we will be splitting it again, because I don't want like a full waist peplum. So I went ahead and cut it into two, like so. And then you cut on the other side too. Now you're gonna have two pieces. So after you cut it out, you go ahead and check the placement where you want to put it on your skirt portion to make sure that it aligns. So I did that, but I decided to split the peplum again. So basically, I cut four pieces. So I'm going to be I cut it again because I'm going to be using one to turn the peplum. Okay, but if you have a total different fabric, it's okay. You can still use that, to turn the peplum after you've attached your interface. So this is the width and the length of my peplum. So I attached the interface. I'm using a hard interface because I want it to be firm, and you can use the soft interface if you want to, or you can use the hard one. It's totally up to you. So this is my peplum. I went ahead and sew it. You're gonna sew this side and then sew the bottom and just leave the top open. So after you've sewn it, you go ahead, give a notch all around so you'll be able to turn it inside out. Now I go ahead and turn it out. So after you turn it out, you use your scissors to push in the points so that they can, stand well and not have like a bulge around. So you continue to push it until you get your desired effect. All right, so this is the peplum. If need be, you go ahead again and give a good press on it. So this is what it looks like so far. Okay, so now the skirt I'm using is a basic A-line dress, A-line skirt, I'm sorry. So you can also use the 6 pieces for the down portion. It's totally up to you, okay? So what you're gonna do is use your peplum and create the pleats. I use that three pleats on each side. So after I put the pleats and pin them down, I went ahead and bring my the top portion of the dress, and then you're going to pin it on top of the peplum before you sew them down together. Okay, so this is what I'm doing here. I put my top on the skirt and then go ahead and pin it down. And make sure that you're catching the pleats. If need be, you can sew the peplum down before you attach the um before you start attaching the top. So, but I didn't do that. For beginners, you make sure you sew it down so that they don't shift. The pleats that you made will not shift. But for me, since I'm using the hard stay, they kind of stayed, and I was able to pin it down without having to sew it down. Okay, so after you pin it down, you're going to go ahead and sew it, and then you will attach the back pieces the same way. You attach it to your skirt, the bottom of the skirt, and then attach your zipper. I use the invisible zipper. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine and sew it down. So I've finished attaching the peplum, and this is what it looks like. And now I am going to apply the applique. You can use the already made appliques, which has an elastic back. So this is the iron-on appliques. But some people, they cut out some lace fabrics and then use their hand to sew it around. But this is what I have, and the the style that I'm making, I had this applique and I decided to use it to make the style. So basically, you place it where you want it on your dress, as you can see me do here, and then you just use your iron and press them down gently. You keep pressing it down gently, and then it will just stick to your dress. Okay, so after you have done that, now it's time to join the back and the front together. So you're gonna join by the shoulder and then the sides. So to join your sides, remember we have seam allowances. You're gonna get your tape measure and then you measure your exact measurements. Okay, you're gonna measure your exact bust measurement. Measure your exact bust measurement. For me, mine is at 38 inches. So I divide 38 by 2, and I have a 17. So, but I had a 19, and so I will just share whatever leftover I have, whatever measurements that I have, I mark it on both sides. So if you have like an excess, you just share that excess equally for both sides. You do the same thing for the um, waist, and also the same thing for your hip measurement. So to get your hip measurement, don't forget to measure from your waist, the distance from your waist to your hip, and then that's where you're gonna start placing your hip measurements. All right. So I just mark that with chalk to make sure that I have accurate measurements, and I will pin them down after I've got my measurements, and then I will sew them on the machine to join the pieces together. All right. So after joining it, this is how the dress came out, and I pretty much it came out very nice. And you can see I have an A-line skirt. You can use a 6 pieces as skirts to join. It's totally up to you. And so this is it for this tutorial. I hope you like it, and if you do, please give a thumbs up, share, like, comment, and please don't forget to subscribe, and also hit the notification bell so that you will be notified each time I upload new video. And I will see you next time on my new